Sanjay Gupta. A zombie outbreak has recently been reported within the greater Boston area. I have managed to capture a woman who has recently been bitten by a zombie. She has yet to wake up from the coma due to the bite. When she wakes up, I will observe the effects of the bite and will then be able to discuss how the brain has been affected. I will begin from the innermost part of the brain and work my way to the outside portions. It appears she is beginning to wake up. She appears to be a bit dazed and confused about her surroundings. This is due in part to the impairment of the thalamus. The thalamus plays a major role in the body's alertness and awareness to the surroundings of them. She awoke, her only words were food, food, so it seems that is the only thing on her mind. This is because the hypothalamus has been affected. The hypothalamus helps regulate things such as hunger and pupil dilation. Michaela's thoughts of food could also be a reflection of her loss in memory. The hippocampus seems to be impaired because Michaela seems to be able to put things in short-term memory, but she cannot recall things in the long term. I took a ball and explained to Michaela that when I threw her the ball, she needed to catch it. This is what happened. As you can see, she lacked the ability to catch the ball. This is due to major impairments of the parietal lobe. The parietal lobe helps a person recognize objects and gives them the ability of physical coordination. Good morning. While all of you viewers were at home asleep, Michaela did not sleep 1 second throughout the night. This leads me to believe that her reticular formation was affected. The reticular formation functions in sleep and arousal from sleep. Her reticular formation seems to be damaged, and only time will tell if she will be able to fall asleep. The prefrontal cortex is the cerebral cortex which covers the front part of the frontal lobe. It is responsible for a person's executive processes such as decision-making, planning, and problem-solving, as well as attention and social skills. Michaela's prefrontal cortex is impaired, and it is obvious simply by observing her short attention span and her lack of social skills. When trying to talk to Michaela, she does not make eye contact, nor does she attempt to answer. She just moves away. Expanding on that, her Broca's area has also been affected by the bite. Her ability to speak has declined greatly. In the left frontal lobe, the Broca's area is responsible to help move muscles that helps. Observing Michaela throughout the night, I noticed that she attempted to put her hand through the wall as if she didn't notice that it was there. She also walked into the wall multiple times and did not slow her pace like an average human would when coming towards an obstacle. This leads me to believe that her occipital lobe has been heightened. The occipital lobe includes the visual areas which receive visual information from the opposite visual fields. Michaela seems to have developed the ability of X-ray vision and can now see through solid objects. Michaela now seems to have the ability to hear anything. I used a dog whistle, which the average human would not be able to hear, and the moment I blew it, Michaela jumped and attempted to find the source of the noise. This leads me to believe that the temporal lobe has also been heightened. The temporal lobe includes the auditory areas, each of which receives auditory information primarily from the opposite ear. When I spoke to Michaela after I blew the whistle, she recognized my voice but did not seem to understand what I was saying. This leads me to believe that her Wernicke's area in the left temporal lobe has been affected by the bite. Her language comprehension abilities have declined greatly. Throughout my observation, Michaela's stability and balance has not become any better from when she awoke. Her cerebellum, which coordinates voluntary movement and balance, seems to be affected by the bite. If it wasn't, Michaela would have regained some of her stability throughout the past couple of days.